This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. Members of the Native community continue to support the Black community in Minneapolis after the death of George Floyd in May, as they work on recovery efforts from protests that followed. Rhonda Lavaldo met up with one community member who helped protect local businesses.
He goes by the name Tall Paul, a Native American rapper from the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe, who was driving to his tribal building to make sure it was okay when they saw teenagers looting a liquor store, and they stopped to intervene.
We happened to see these guys breaking into the liquor store across the street from there. So we detained one of them, and the others came back for him, and that really just pretty much sums it up. We had them open their trunk, and they had a bunch of liquor in there. So we took the liquor and put it back in the store, and one of the community members that lived on that street called the owner of the liquor store, and he was able to come down there. But, that pretty much sums it up. We just caught them, no harm done, nothing crazy or anything, just made them sit down and call their parents.
Paul talked about why he feels it is important to support the Black Lives Matter movement.
Because we come from similar struggles. We have similar instances that we experience as far as racism and genocide go, police brutality, natives are no stranger to that. So it's something that we definitely need to stand in solidarity with Black people.
Paul says the protests have inspired him to be more active in the community to see what he can do to help. He has also written a song about his experience. This is Rhonda Lavaldo for National Native News.
Native rights advocate Suzanne Harjo says she's tested positive for COVID-19. Christine Trudeau reports.
First tested on the 19th of May, Suzanne Harjo has recently tested again and came up positive for a second time for COVID-19. Harjo is currently making her way through her second round of quarantine.
I have been reading and writing and talking to people and working, and you just continue your life. You continue your life with more care for others and prioritize your time.
Thus far, Harjo says she's remained asymptomatic. Reflecting on the toll the COVID-19 pandemic has had, Harjo says she applauds the way tribes have come together to act fast in early months to protect their citizens, and proud of their continued assertion of tribal sovereignty in maintaining closures and checkpoints, even as various states begin to open up.
If we work as nations, if we work as peoples together, that's what propels us through something that should annihilate us. And the fact that we are here, we've seen this before and we know how to get through it. We almost didn't make it, but a whole lot of us did. And that's the extraordinary thing. So why am I so hopeful that we're going to be here a long time? Because we're here.
At 75, Harjo is a longtime advocate for Native American rights and received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2014. I'm Christine Trudeau.
This story is a collaboration with National Native News and the Solutions Journalism Network. Demonstrators took down a statue of Junipero Serra in downtown Los Angeles over the weekend. He's credited for establishing the Catholic mission system in California, which impacted tribes. The statue is seen being torn down in video posted on social media by LA Taco. A statue of the priest was also toppled in San Francisco. I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced by Koahnic Broadcast Corporation with funding by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Support by the Sonosky Chambers Law Firm, championing tribal sovereignty and defending Native American rights since 1976, with offices in Washington, D.C., New Mexico, California, and Alaska. Support by Mitchell Hamlin School of Law in St. Paul, Minnesota. You can earn your JD and specialize in Indian law in a way that fits your life. There are full-time and part-time options both on campus and online. More at mitchellhamlin.edu.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.